Hello, I'm Paul, and this is Paul Plays with Fire. Today we're going to be making strata. Anything goes strata. A strata literally is horizontal layers of material running parallel to each other. And a good example of that in cooking is lasagna. Let's look at it another way. Scrambled eggs. Just eggs mixed up and cooked, scrambled. Then you've got an omelette, which is really just scrambled eggs with some stuff inside. Then next you have a frittata, which is really all the stuff that's in an omelet, but cut up into casserole form and baked, and then served in sections or slices. Then the very last is what we're making today, which is strata, which is a frittata with bread inside of it. And if you make quite a bit of sourdough bread like we do, you end up with some ends and pieces that maybe got a little bit stale for you, get them all eaten, and it's a great way to use that stuff up. The mandatory elements are probably egg and bread and cheese, I suppose. After that, anything goes. We're going to be using peppers and onions and ham. But if you want to use broccoli, kale, spinach, mushrooms, radishes, pretty much anything you think of that could go good in an omelet would go good in here. It's well worth trying anything. Yeah, like I said, anything goes. We'll start by sauteing our onions, peppers, and ham just for a little bit to take the chill off and to soften them up. Okay, our pan's good and hot, so now we're just going to saute these peppers and onions. And then we'll add our ham to it in a minute. And then add our ham. We just want the ham to be heated through. You can see I'm not that good at it. And there, that'll be good enough for our purposes. Okay, now that we've got our vegetables sauteed along with the ham, we're going to take our eggs. Look at those, aren't they nice? Put in a cup and a half of milk, some salt and pepper. Look at that, egg beater's older than I am. And we're gonna add strip a few leaves of fresh thyme in there. We're gonna add our bread. This is what I was talking about, the sourdough bread that we had just leftover ends and pieces, and we save in the freezer. Put it in the freezer when you're done with it, otherwise it will turn green eventually. But if you put it in the freezer, it'll keep for quite a while, and then you can use it for something wonderful like this. So we'll put that bread around in there, put some of our veggies around in there. Save a little bit more for later. Push those out to the edge. And that was a greased 9x13 pan. I did put a little cooking oil spray in it. Then put some cheese onto that. See how we're building the layers here, building the strata. We'll save some cheese for on top. And then finally add our egg mixture. And just pour that all over and watch it sink in. And then we'll add the rest of this to the top. And then finish it off with our cheese. Well there, that looks really good. Ooh, that was close. That looks really good. We will put that in the fridge and it'll be ready to put in the oven in an hour or two. Our strata had an hour and 20 minutes in the fridge resting. And soaking up all that goodness into the bread. And now it looks pretty darn good. Not quite so sloppy as it was before. Actually looks really tasty. The bread chunks have risen to the top, and when we put it in the oven, these will get all nice and toasty brown on top, so that'll be delicious. So, we're gonna leave this covered for the first 40. It'll take about an hour to cook. We're gonna leave it covered for the first 45 minutes, and then we're gonna uncover it for the last 15 minutes so the cheese can get all melty and the bread can get all toasty. So let's get that in the oven. Okay, we'll see you in about an hour. Okay, now we're recording. Going. Guess the strata's done, huh? Okay, that's my little notice that the strata is done, so boy, my timing couldn't have been any more perfect. It's been an hour. We've had the foil on for the first 45 minutes at 350 degrees, and then we pulled the foil off for the last 15 minutes or so at the same 350 degrees. And now we're gonna pull it out and see how we did. Oh, look at that. That is just gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And it smells so good. Oh, that is gonna be so good. We're gonna let that sit and rest for about 10 minutes and maybe a little longer. You know, you can serve, that's another beauty of this thing. Not only can you do it the night before and then pull it out in the morning and put it in the oven, then you can serve it at room temperature if you want to. Just like treat it like a quiche. Serve it at room temperature, serve it a little bit warmed up. Somebody wants to pop it in the microwave if they like there's a little melty, that works too. So we'll give it 10 minutes and we'll be back. Well, the strata is out of the oven and it looks and smells delicious. It's rested for its 10 minutes. It has probably been out 20 minutes. So we're gonna cut into it and have a bite and see how we did. I think we did really good. Apparently the dog's hungry too. There, it's about a spatula-sized piece. Oh, look at that. Look at those layers. Oh, that looks delicious. Hot and steamy. Yum. Oh. Okay, we've pulled a piece of our strata out and it looks delicious. It looks absolutely perfect. This is going to be good. Oh. Oh, it's so good. And the sourdough flavor comes through the cheese, the saltiness of the ham. I tell you what, you make this on Christmas Eve, put it in the fridge, pull it out Christmas morning, feed it to whoever in the house you got to feed. You're gonna look like a cooking genius. So, well, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Paul Plays with Fire. I got some strata to eat. This is really good. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.